Hey, how's it going, everybody? Tim here, the frugal travel guru, back with another video. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about 5 Greyhound bus travel essentials that I bring with me every time I ride the Greyhound bus. So if maybe you are about to take a Greyhound bus trip and you've never been on Greyhound, you might be wondering, what are some of the things I should bring with me? So I narrowed down, the whole list of things you could bring with you that could probably benefit you to like 5 that I really believe in, think everyone should take. So without any further ado, let's get started. The number one thing I think you should travel with while on Greyhound is a backpack. This is one that I'm currently traveling with. This one I just bought a few months ago, but I had one just like it for probably 2 years. I take it with me every time I'm on the Greyhound bus. I think backpacks are the best option as a carry-on for a couple different reasons. Number one is you can get a lot of stuff in one of these backpacks. This one is a 30-liter. I bought it from Walmart for I think like 30 bucks. I'll leave a link in the description box to a similar one on Amazon if you want to kind of check it out, read the reviews about it. But you can get a lot of stuff in this backpack, but even packed to the gills, it can still fit in the overhead compartment on the bus. Now, I've done it many times, just packed it full of all kinds of stuff, like all 3 areas in it had stuff in them, and I still could shove it in the carry-on. So in the overhead rack, excuse me. Another reason I really believe in backpacks is that when you're stopping for meal breaks or if you're at the Greyhound bus station, I always say you should take your bags with you, especially if you have valuables in your carry-on bag, which that's why I recommend keeping your valuables so they're close by you. You stop for a meal break in the middle of, I don't know, Connecticut somewhere at the Flying J gas station or at the Arby's, it's kind of hard to take your big duffel bag down and carry it in the store with you. You look a little crazy doing that. Or, your little rollaway carry-on bag, it's a pain. You have a backpack, you pull it from the overhead rack, you throw it on your back, you go in the store, you go in the, the restaurant, the fast food place, it's not a problem. Also things like at the Greyhound bus station, you got your backpack on your back is easy, to get around. You go in the bathroom, you're not having to pull like these suitcases in the stall with you. That can be a pain. Your backpack is on your back, is there. It's easy. So I think the best carry-on for Greyhound is a backpack. And along those lines, real quick, I want to say I also recommend luggage locks. Small, you can get 4 of these for about 12 bucks, but your backpack is going to be on your back. You can't see it at all times. Pickpockets are good for unzipping these things and pulling stuff out without you knowing. Slap a luggage lock on it. Thieves can't get into it. Just another way to keep you and your valuables safe. So, number one thing to bring with you, I recommend backpack. Number 2 thing is a jacket. Y'all all have jackets, y'all know what jackets look like, but just to keep it visual, I figured I'd show you my jacket that I take with me. It's one that actually has a liner in it, so the liner's out now. It can ball up really small, which is good. I can throw it in my carry-on when I don't need it. When I want to use it, I can pull it out. The reason I recommend a jacket is because the Greyhound bus, more times than not, is going to be cold. Sometimes really cold, but a lot of times kind of chilly. I think they do this on purpose to kind of keep the germs down. I don't know. There will be times when your bus is super hot when the AC breaks, but typically Greyhound bus is a little chilly, as are all forms of transportation. Bring you a jacket. You can cut down on that chill. You can also kind of use it to bundle up, when you're trying to sleep. Maybe use it as a pillow when you're trying to sleep as well. You can also use it as kind of a germ shield to keep the germs from all the other people around you who are going to be hacking and coughing and not covering their mouth. I do this all the time. Like, people will be behind me just and I'll pull my jacket out, put my hood on, and it works most of the time. So highly recommend bringing a jacket with you on the Greyhound bus. The number 3 thing I recommend, water bottle. Greyhound bus stops pretty frequently for, food breaks and at different stations, but there still can be stretches of an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe up to 4 hours. If you're on an express bus, maybe even longer, where you can't get off, you might get a little parched. at times get a little something in your throat, you might just get thirsty, you want some water, you're not going to want to mess with any water you find on the Greyhound bus. If there's any in the bathroom, you're not going to want to drink that stuff. Bring you a water bottle, fill it up, just have some water with you, so that if something arises and you want to drink water or whatever else you want to put in here other than alcohol, no alcohol please people, but you're an adult, you can do what you want, but just put you some liquids in here so you can drink throughout your trip, so you're not like sitting on a Greyhound bus with the dry throat and just 2 hours till you get to Tucson, you're about to pass out from parchness of the throat or whatever. So bring a water bottle. Doesn't have to be this kind. This is a pretty fancy one that I got from Walmart. It's about $14. Big spender. Anyway, I'll link to some cheap ones in the description box below, but highly recommend a water bottle. Trust me, you'll thank me for this one. And if you use a backpack like I recommend, the water bottle can go right there on the side. Boom, all this stuff comes together. I put a lot of thought into this video, people. Anyway, the number 4 thing I recommend is some earbuds. I don't know if you can see those. Earbuds and your cell phone. Most people are going to bring their cell phone anyway. Highly recommend some earbuds, just so that your neighbors do not have to hear what you're listening to. Nothing more annoying than being on the Greyhound bus and some dude has, oh, I don't have my other headphones, but I got some of these really big headphones that if I crank it up loud you can hear through it. That's annoying. Bring some earbuds, just so you can listen to whatever you want to, watch whatever you want on your phone, tablet, laptop, whatever, not disturb anybody. Because you're definitely going to want to have something to pass the time on the bus. Looking out the window is great until you go through a state like Indiana, where there's nothing but cornfields and cornfields. So bring you some earbuds so you can have something else to not disturb people while you're entertaining yourself. And I also want to say too, don't always count on, when you bring your cell phone, don't always count on having service. A lot of times on Greyhound, you go through these small towns, these places that, you've never heard of, and there's not good cell signal there. You might not be able to, stream YouTube or Netflix or whatever you're used to doing on your phone. So if you can download some stuff to your tablet or your phone or your laptop, do that, because the Wi-Fi on the Greyhound bus isn't going to work and your phone service might not either. So anyway, but earbuds, please. Everyone on the bus will thank you. Moving on. The final tip, and I'm not gonna I don't have any of these handy to show you, what they look like. I know most people these days are debit card people. You're all about debit cards. I still recommend bringing some cash, probably some 5s and some singles if possible, maybe even some change. The reason for this is vending, you go to the stations, you might not want to, if the station you go to, if you're on a long Greyhound trip, a lot of the stations you go to may not have a place where they sell food. If they do, you may not want it, or you may not want to pay the price for it. Pretty much all the stations have vending machines. Sometimes it's easier just to pick up a bag of chips and a soda, maybe a chunny bun, a runny bun, than it is, to buy some food. So I recommend bringing some singles, quarters, maybe some 5s, just so it's easy to just get a quick bite to eat, to hold you over until the bus stops at a restaurant you like or at a gas station that you feel comfortable buying food from. So like I said, I know a lot of people aren't into cash anymore. They're like, some of y'all are like, where do I even get cash from? But trust me on this one, it's bailed me out many a time when I was hungry, and you get to the station and I'm like, oh, I know in Cleveland or wherever they got food because I've rode the Greyhound so much, and I get there and it's that one time where all the people at the food place are on break and they're eating and they're not opening until my bus leaves, and then it's going to be another 2 hours before we stop for food. I was able to go to the vending machine, put some money in and get something to eat to hold me over. So trust me on that one. So just to reiterate, our 5 things we talked about today was backpack, jacket, water bottle, headphones, and then some cash. So These are 5 things I recommend you taking with you on the Greyhound bus. Like I said, check the description box. There will be some links to some similar items, so you can check them out on Amazon. Full disclosure, if you happen to purchase any of these said items, I get a small little kickback from Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you in advance. Anyway, if you have any other questions about the Greyhound bus, feel free to ask them in the description box below, or you can hit me up on social medias and ask me. I will answer to the best of my abilities. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.